But all right, so all right, let's get to this. So we're covering trading 101 and what it is exactly that we need to know as far as anybody. So let me run that back one more time. Okay. For anybody that's trying to learn how to trade Forex or that wants to know and understand how to trade Forex, those things that you need to have in place. All right. So look, let me get rid of the crown. That way you don't be dingling everywhere. All right. So things that you need to know and have in place before you start trading Forex itself. All right. Number one. Okay. Ooh, that looks horrible. All right. It doesn't, it's not in like an exact order. Okay. But this is a must. You need to have a job. Okay. So for anybody that wants to learn how to trade Forex, that want to start in that journey, the first thing that you need to make sure you have is a job, right? Not because you're going to lose money. It's because trading is a gateway for or to financial freedom. You're going to trade to make that passive income until eventually that passive income will become your primary income, right? So having a job, having a job is going to sustain your current lifestyle, right? Like right now you have a 9 to 5. When I say 9 to 5, you could be a nurse, a firefighter, garbage man, cashier, right? A massage therapist, a dental assistant. You need to have a job that's paying your bills currently, regardless if you're not making 6,000 or 10,000 or $8,000 a month. But right now, your bills are being paid, right? Since your bills are being paid, you could now start focusing on Forex, okay? Trading Forex, right? Boom. If you don't have a job and you go and start trading or you want to learn how to trade, what's going to happen is you're going to put trading, you're going to start trading to set you free so you can start making a regular daily living income and then to live above your mean, of course. But what's going to happen is when you trade for a living, it's going to put so much stress on you. It's going to feel like you can't afford to miss no trade. When you lose, it's going to hurt even more.
Exactly.
Yeah, so much emotion is going to be involved. But if you have a job, right? If you have a job, it's a lot easier to focus on what you need to do, right? Especially if you are taking one trade a day, right? If you're taking one trade a day, how much are you trying to make?
Whatever budget you set, I guess.
But okay, so what do you, okay, hypothetically speaking, right? What's your rent right now?
18.
Nah, you pay about $1,800 a month, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna throw in the cars, car insurance, right? Light bill, internet, Netflix, Hulu, whatever it may be, right? Not even food. So you gotta come up with $1,800 every month to pay your rent, right? Now you have 20 trading days, okay? You have 20 trading days. So you have 20 days to trade to make that 1,800. Now, the next question is going to be how much are you going to start with when it comes to trading? How much can you afford to lose? Because you have to remember, when it comes to trading, the moment you put that money in that broker's account, it is gone. You have to remember it is gone. It's an investment. Just like when you click a buy, you could win. You could click a buy and lose it all.
Yes.
So that way you are not emotionally attached to it. So it's not as easy to be like, oh yeah, so you mean to tell me I'm gonna put $5,000 in there and I have to be okay with all of it being gone? Yeah, don't even sound right now, right? Like imagine you have a 9 to 5, right? And you paying $1,800 for rent, and you let's just say you just making $4,000 a month or $3,000 a month. You okay with losing $1,500 in 1 month?
Not really, no.
Right? Because you averaging at least $4,000 or $5,000 every month, right?
Yep. So losing 15 would be like, that's a big risk.
There's risk in everything that you do. What I'm saying is you won't be okay with it. It's going to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. And then that's pretty much your rent in a way. Okay. Now that's why I said make sure you have a job, because when you start trading, you need absolute patience. You need discipline to be able to take one trade per day and close out that trade and be okay with making $100 a day. Eventually $200 a day. If you're making $25 a day, are you gonna be okay with that?
Yeah, it's better than making nothing.
Okay, cool. So here's the thing about that, right? I'm not disagreeing with you on that, by the way. Everybody says that until they start trading. When somebody take a trade and they see a possible projection, let's just say hypothetically you have $500 in your account. You could afford to put that in there, right? And then you're supposed to be risking at least 1 to 2%. Let's just say you say, you know what? I have $500 in there. I am okay with risking $40 every time I take a trade, which means now you got to choose the proper lot size to match the stop loss. Now, I know that you may not know what that is yet. So let me rephrase that for you. That way you have a much better understanding. Okay, look. Oh, no, let me make it more effective. All right, look. So what I'm saying is you got 20 days, right, to trade.
Are those the same 20 days every single time, or they change it?
No, like because the market closed Friday at 5 p.m. So
okay,
Saturday, Sunday. I mean Friday, Saturday closed. So open on Sunday at 5. So you have 2 days.
Monday to Friday.
Yeah. So that's 20 days within the month itself. It's like if it's 30 days, it's like 20 days, right? Now we going with the mindset that the market will be giving us one trade a day, right? We're just gonna go with just with that mindset. Doesn't mean it's exactly going to give you one trade every single day, but we're just gonna go with that mindset for now, right? So you gonna start your trading account. So you're gonna deposit, right? You're gonna deposit, right? You're gonna deposit $500, okay?
Yeah.
On that account. Now you want to be able to flip that $500. Well, your aim is to flip that 500 or grow that $500 to, right? Make sure I'm not covering the whole screen. To 1,800, right? Right? 1,800, 1,800, right? Now you need to know, and once you know, then you're gonna have an understanding of it, right? You need to know and have a complete understanding of how many trades that you need to take, because you don't have to take. You probably won't need all that trade 20 days to trade, right? Which means you don't have to trade every day. You need to know, right, how many trades that you need to take to get to that goal. Meaning, if I'm taking a trade, what's the lot size going to be? Meaning, if I take a $2 trade, I'm gonna target 60 pips, 60 point or 60 ticks. Meaning, if I buy it, I want it to go up to a certain point where I make $150 and it'll close me out. So what I'm saying is, you need to understand that, hey, if I make $100 a day for 5 days straight, that's 500. Right?
That's going to take 3
weeks is how much?
1,000 in 3 weeks. Then that's it. $500 a day.
But you see that, right? A week, not a day. Remember, you started with 500, right? And then you got to pick a proper lot size, and then that tells you, okay, cool, I'm going to risk $40 to make $100 every time. My stop loss is going to be $40, meaning if I lose $40, it'll close. If it goes down negative $40, it'll close me out. And my target TP goal will be $100.
So you make it.
If I make $100, if my TP hit 100 every day for 5 days straight, I am now at $500 per week. And at the end of the month, I'll have what?
$1,800.
You will have 18 plus a little bit more, right? See how that would work? Now, that's why it's important to have a job, because it's going to take some time to make that 1,800.
Yeah.
Right? Because what happens if a trade is not available for you on a Monday? Okay. What happened if you take a trade on Tuesday and you lost that trade? You see how your days are depleting? Right? So what happened if you had 3 days back to back with losses? You see what I'm trying to get at? So you're gonna start feeling that stress, that pressure. It's like, yo, I gotta make rent. Bills are coming. So now your emotions gonna be so much involved into it. Anxiety, stress, and then you're gonna end up breaking your rules because you are behind.
Yes.
Mentally, you're gonna be behind
So
on
now
your
you're gonna
trade.
be more on the bullish side to try to do things where.
To be more specific, what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna take more trades, right? So remember, our lot size is 0.20, right, which is equal to a $2 trade, right? So, but if you happen to miss 3 days, you're gonna feel a little bit of pressure, right? And you're like, well, so I missed 3 days. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enter twice to make up for those days that I missed, right? Or I'm gonna increase to a $4 lot size. You're more likely to break your rules. There's more stress. There's a lot more pressure when you trade for a living because your livelihood depends on the market.
Mhm.
The sales that you take, the buy that you take, all that will affect you in some kind of way, especially if it goes your way and if it goes against you. That's why rule number one is very, very important, or just number one in particular, not so much of a rule. It's a must. Anyone that wants to learn how to trade or that wants to start getting a trade, you got to get a job. Now, here's the beauty behind it, right? Now, you have a 9 to 5, right? You have a job, job, something that's a must. Now, your job's paying your bills. Okay, cool. I'm averaging $4,000 a month for my 9 to 5. Cool, awesome, right? I have an extra $500 to invest within myself. So I tell myself, I'm gonna deposit, right? I'm gonna deposit this $500 into my broker's account, right?
And take it as a loss, just in case, and just look at it as a loss.
Yes, okay, cool. You can say that too. But what I'm trying to say is just consider it gone.
Mhm.
What I'm trying to get across is, yes, it's your money. Try your very best not to be attached to it.
Yeah.
But for you not to be attached to it, right? You have to learn to be pessimistic and optimistic at the right time. And then for that to work, you got to have rules. If I say I'm buying the market at X, right? I'm selling it at Y. Those are rules that I set in place to allow me to achieve my goals. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So if I'm buying it at X, do I have doubts? Am I afraid? No, because those are my rules. That's my trading plan to buy it at X and sell it at Y. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So by having these things in place, you're setting yourself up to be successful. See how that works? Now you have a job, so you're not stressing it. All right, cool. I got a job. Now I'm gonna learn how to trade. Now I can really focus and take the time that I need to excel. Now, with that being said, you have $500 in there. Guess what I'm not gonna do? I'm not gonna take no $2 trades. I'm gonna start taking $1 trades. I'm gonna take $1 trade and still risk the same $40. Or I'm gonna take $1 trade and risk $30. Because it's little by little. I'm gonna grind because you need to be disciplined to grow the capital. A dollar trade, the market could fall 60 pips. You only got $50 off of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where if you had a $8, that's $336 in a way, right? Okay. You're like, why would I not want to take an $8 trade, right? So you mean to tell me it's gonna go 60 pips in an hour, 60 pips in 4 hours? Why not do that? So because I have a job, it allows me to be patient, or it allows me to understand on how to be patient. Just sit and wait because my bills are being paid. There's no pressure. There's no stress, right? Learning how to trade is like going to college. Most people don't treat it as if they're going to college because there's homework. You got to back test. Back testing is you studying what the market did in the past. You're going to put notes. Before it bought, what did it do? What candles did it give you? How did the RSI look like? At what time did it buy? You see that? You studying, you're learning to understand. Once you study and understand, you back test it again, right? When you back test it, you're going to run it back again and then see it again.